welcome to Tori Magoo 44. All right, it's me. This is another one of my witches. Isn't she great? Look at her hat and everything. She's definitely decked out, ready. I told you I grew up with witches with my mom. You know, on Halloween, she was a witch every single Halloween, and she had great, she was just a fun person, but she loved to have fun on Halloween. So anyway, there you go. That's my witch. One more of my witches. I have on my horns. Thank you for doing my hair, Perry. My horns are in honor of being declared a suppressive person. That's right. I'm not just a witch. I'm a suppressive person in the Church of Scientology, where nobody can talk to me at all. But here's the really neat thing. Tons of people around the world can talk to me, and thank you for all the YouTube people, because it means a lot to me. You have no idea. I saw 2 movies recently about cults, and different cults, about one in Iran and the Mormons, and I was like, wow. I mean, it's shocking to see and to think, how could somebody stay with something like that? But then you have to go, hey, I stayed with Scientology and Xenu and all the other stuff, and, I know it's tricky because of the celebrities. People think, well, it's not really the same thing. But it is. We were talking about it afterwards with the director, and it's very similar stuff. Very similar. What it is isolation. That's what keeps people in a cult, is isolation, no matter what cult it is. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today, Celebrity Center and isolation. Because someone asked me, what about the inner workings of Celebrity Center? And first and foremost, the best way to, right now, Nancy Maney's book just came out, My Billion-Year Contract. She worked at Celebrity Center for quite a long time and has some very good information about that. So I recommend you get that. Also, just while I'm at it, blownforgood.com has his book, which is another fabulous read. So those are 2 really good books. If you want to find out the inner workings of Scientology, get those books. For me personally, I started at the original Celebrity Center here in Los Angeles, down on 8th Street with Yvonne Gents. Yvonne was just a wonderful person. Every person I know who ever worked with Yvonne loved her. She unfortunately died pretty early on, and most of the staff quit. It was down in this flea bag 8th Street, but you know what? We always had fun. It was always inclusive. I think she honestly believed everyone had some artist in them, artistry. Do you know what I mean? They were all basically artists. And she was just a delight. Okay, so then she moved up to La Brea. They had a second place, and then that's where she passed away, which is now a gym, Gold's Gym. But then after that, they bought Celebrity Center, the Manor Hotel, which is the big castle, and a whole new group of people. I mean, the old staff members, most of them left. We still stay in touch. We're a pretty close-knit group. But this new group kind of moved in, and it was just a different feel. The people who ran it was just different. It was about the celebrities. Now it wasn't about. She was about creating artists and helping them. I mean, really nurturing and helping them. And even if they were nothing, she would put it out there. They're here tonight. You know what I mean? So-and-so is here tonight. And people would come in, right? Paul Haggis was, started years ago. I knew him years ago. And now it was fun to see. Oh, my God, how much stuff he's done. But Travolta, I was one of the supervisors when he started on his first course. And he was a cool guy. You knew he was going to go somewhere. But where? Who knew? I mean, Clark Carr, who runs Narconon, was Solarian Carr, a comedian, right? So I know a lot of these different people from back then. But then it moved to this new celebrity, and it was just a different thing. It was the old one, everybody hung out together. We all had a good time. It was just a delight. It really was. It was creation. At the moment, at the time, everyone was included. The new one is very exclusive, in my opinion, and it was even when I was in Scientology. It was sort of like, certain people were invited, the other people, you're over here. I'll give you a perfect example of it. They had a Halloween party, and they invited everyone to come, right? And we knew it was going to be bogus, so we didn't go, most of my friends. But the people who went, you had to pay a lot of money to get in. And then if you wanted to see the big stars, you had to pay $500 to see Tom Cruise and John Travolta in this separate room. And my friends came back, they were ticked off. It was like, ay, ay, ay. And that's kind of the difference in the two. But Celebrity Center now, the new one, I was the executive director for the Scientology Parishioners League right before I left. And the vice president showed me, we went up this secret staircase. They have their own private parking lot. They have their own private entranceway. They have their own private course room. So they can stay extremely insulated, not really knowing that that's what's happening, right? So Travolta, if you're listening to this, I really, really hope you take back your life. And that's true for any of the other celebrities too. I know your intentions were good when you got in Scientology. I was there for most of you. But, you know it's changed. It's just a different thing. Go on the net, read from all kinds of different people and listen and make up your own mind. But it's not the same group that you originally joined. It just isn't. It's a very, very different group. So there you go on that. It is Halloween. I hope that helped you with a little bit on Celebrity Center. And, of course, in Los Angeles, one last thing is that you come to Los Angeles, a lot of young people come to Los Angeles. And most of the big stars are like, well, especially the people that would hire them, right? Are like, well, when you make it, come see us, right? Whereas Celebrity Center is like, oh, no, you can come in and do a free seminar with Nancy Cartwright. And they're always putting out that image that if you join them, you will be a star. And I don't think that's true anymore. I think it was true with Yvonne. It definitely was. But Yvonne really worked on helping people move on with their career. I'm not saying that they don't, but I just think it's a different place than it used to be. I know it is. It used to be very fun. I can't say that now. I cannot. So I am happy to be out of the Church of Scientology, and this is one of my Halloween witches to celebrate Halloween. There you go. I hope you guys celebrate it. I hope you have fun. Stay safe. Have an excellent time. Peace. And thank you for coming.